architects of destruction at the box office, as has already been displayed in the past by those two gentlemen over there. Mr. John Abraham once again, and I really, when I mean destruction, if you have to come to a set with John Abraham, it better be good enough to hold him up there. Thank you so much for joining us. Too far away for me to actually jump across and shake your hand side today.
Thank you.
But I'm hating this distance there.
Air bump or whatever.
Nikhil Advani, the gentleman in between, that is the creator of this destruction. Sometimes as a producer, sometimes as a director. You're actually an absolute, complete, all-in-one filmmaker. Great to see you once again.
Thank you so much.
And a lady who's riding high. She's already got this. You know what they keep saying, na? That Mickey off my back is 100 crore. Pehli film mein hi ho gaya hai. Because you know what I say, that Love Sonia was almost like a experimental exposure to her. But Munal, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Still at the box office, going strong with Super 30. Loved the film also. We'll come to that. But this is a great zone for you all to be in. You have this, John, with you. You know, you work on friendships. Films are secondary for you, but I think you work on friendships. And that really comes forth, you know, either as a producer, as a friend, as an actor. This bond between the two of you all, it's worked at the box office also. Satyamir Jayati was fantastic, you know. So what is it between the two of you all? How does it work? Who's like the passive partner?
I think it's more unspoken. Satyamir Jayate, he was a producer.
Yeah.
And Nikhil and I just hit it off and we discussed Batla House, and I was very excited that Nikhil direct Batla House because there was so much fire in his eyes when he was talking about the script, and he was so well prepped for it. And
prep is like number one thing. You're very into prep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, script and story, backstory, front story, very important there.
Yeah, he was, his detailing was down to the T. Yeah. And we decided to do Batla House, and in the meanwhile, we also learned that we think on the same wavelength. So we're producing maybe 6 or even more films together.
6?
Maybe even more.
You don't do anything small, do you now?
Yeah, but the idea is to do good, create good content and work with newer talent.
So you all better not fight, obviously, in the coming few years. 6 films together is going to be a long friendship together.
You know, the interesting thing about, we both are sitting over here, but actually it is the 2 women in his life and the 2 women in my life who actually should be sitting over here, because they are the ones who take all the decisions really. You know, and we are just fronting it, right? I mean, whether
absolutely.
it is, so he has this wonder, he has Meenakshi and he has Ayukta and I have Munisha and we have Madhu, and they are the ones who basically, so we have a group of the 6 of us. Yeah. And
we are the men are the minority.
We are the minority. We are told, keep quiet, shut up, both of you all. This is what we are going to do.
Ladies in his life, I know very well also Meenakshi and Ayukta. I can understand how, they're totally on point.
Yeah.
But no, that's not entirely true. I know the 2 of you all are brilliant brains.
No, it's totally on point. I'll explain to you why. Because I would not be sitting in this position if it was not for Sayukta.
Yeah.
I wanted John to do Batla House, and I gave Sayukta the script to read because she's the head of development at JA, and I gave her the script to read, not for me to direct. And she read it and she manipulated him.
Manipulated. I like
to
the
manipulate
words.
me.
Yeah.
And because then finally it was like a combined, from rear guard and from the front, they both attacked and they said, okay, why are you not doing this? For some reason, why are you not into it or whatever? And I mean, I guess I was in the role that time, we had just finished Satyamir Jayate, so I was comfortable playing the role of a producer. And
so one sec, so you are Milap there, so you think you're Milap for this as well?
No. I have Milap there and I have several other younger guys who have been assisted me or whatever. John also has several other directors who he has. So it makes sense for us to do 6 films primarily because there are 4, at least minimum 4 people that we want to put out, and we say that these are the guys that should be making films.
No, but I think he's one of the most intelligent men that there is out there in the industry as far as John Abraham is concerned, and Nikhil Advani, because John just uses the right scripts to use it. And we keep discussing your modus operandi, when some boys will sit together and say, "Yaar, this is a perfect one to choose." And Satyamir Jayate, I think, it was a unicorn in the industry because nobody expected it to do well.
Nobody.
And forget about well. You all smashed it out of the park. Egg on face for so many people out there when it happened out there. Must have been really, really happy for you. The song did well, which nobody thought it would. It's made a star out of Nora Fateh. So many careers changed with Satyamir Jayate. I know you changed the life of the director. Milap was like sitting at home. So much happened with that. Was that also a big change for you also? Because you had a big 100 crore film on your shoulder also after a long time.
Yeah, so Satyamir was, like I said, I just heard the script and I thought it was commercial. So I didn't even think for once that Milap was the director of Masti Zadeh, and you know, nothing came to my mind. I just loved the idea, and you know, Sayukta asked me. She's saying, "John, he's cracked this. This seems good. Do you want to do it?" And I said, "Yeah." And the first question that a lot of people ask me, but Milap, why Milap? And I said, it doesn't matter what a director has done. What matters is what a director is going to do.
Plus, he's also writer. So it's not like you can write off the fact that he knows what to write it. Yeah.
So I mean, Milap did a great job. We're working on Satyamev Jayate 2 together. So that's, again, Nikhil and I are collaborating on that with Milap as a director. So I think life goes on and doing interesting stuff goes on.
I think you all need to camp outside John's house, Nikhil's house. We'll get in there. But there's a lady who doesn't know what the struggle is all about because she walks in and gets 137 counting right now. So congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Fabulously assured debut, you know. Again, it was a film that, as we met not too long ago, the world didn't have the greatest expectations after looking at the trailer, you know. And that's the beauty and the sad part of India.
Yeah.
We judge in half a second. Nahi chalegi.
That's Bartla House.
Oh, is he?
That's the story of.
Yeah, no, it's India cricket. Outside off stump, missed the ball, can't play.
No, when I say that's the story of Bartla,
Bartla
I
House,
think
like,
Mrinal
opinions
knows what I'm
becomes
talking
fact.
about.
Yeah, absolutely, that's true.
So-
But no, it wasn't just a fact. It's just that, you know, now we've got a horde of people online that can just drive the negativity so high that you can feel really, you know, burdened with it.
My answer to this question is just, this is just a trailer. Picture
Yeah.
abhi baki hai mere dost. So just
Yeah.
keep calm and relax. First, you know, the problem is we don't reach to the conclusion. We don't watch the end product. But before we watch the end product, we end up giving our opinions and, you know, but eventually, trust me, what matters is that you should feel it. You know, if you feel the journey, if you feel, but for that, you again need to experience it. So just wait, calm, relax.
So is it sweet
aram se.
success now when you, like, you know, you walk in there, you see some nice numbers, good critique coming in, lots
See,
of things.
numbers, I think producers are taking care of. So my job is just to give 100%. Even when I was doing television, we work for
Yeah,
TRPs,
yeah.
basically. But
It's not like
an
you did a bad
actor-
scene.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
actor never thinks that, okay, let me give my 70%, then the TRP will fall, and then they'll write some nice scenes, and then I'll give my 100% and the TRP goes up. No, as an actor, as a performer, even if you work hard, the TRP doesn't go up. So I think my job as an actor is to just be honest with my script, be loyal to the character that I'm playing and get into the skin and make sure that the audience connects to my character because they're spending money buying the tickets. So when they sit on that chair in the theater, they should be able to connect to the character that I'm playing. That's the whole agenda.
Must be really happy for you all, John. You know, that she walks in and it must help when your heroine who's just off a wave and riding into a film. Does it make you feel happy with, you know,
I
box office?
feel happy for Mrinal because I think she's a wonderful person. She's a lovely girl. She's extremely talented, you know, and we've worked with people in the past before and we realized that with no disrespect, men, but some people are entitled, they have it easy.
Yeah.
Some people really work hard. This girl's got a heart in the right place. She's done a great job. And when you see a film like Super 30, which is such a credible film, doing so well, you know, you really feel happy for her. I think it's a great. So we just hope. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on Nikhil and me now to better that, and we're going to try our best to.
But
For
it's a
Mrinal's sake,
delight.
not
For
for
Mrinal's
anybody
sake,
else's
for
Listen,
Mrinal's sake,
That's for Mrinal's sake.
You might still be at the box office when they're still there.
Yeah.
It could happen. We're not that far away, so you're still there.
No, so I mean, I wish that that's the case because I mean,
More power to her.
More power to her. More power to that story, man. I mean, that once again, that was a story that needed to be told. Once again, that character that people needed to be discovered. So yeah, more power to the. I mean, having said that, I think as Mrinal said that being loyal to her character is something that is uppermost on her mind. I give her full credit. I mean that for her being. When she was shooting for Bartla, was no film of her released.
Of course.
Neither Love Sonia nor Super 30, but yet I remember that I had taken a decision in a scene where I felt that John should not be doing a certain thing because I felt that it might go against his character. And she came up to me, she walked up to me and she said, Nikhil, but I think that's wrong. I think you're getting it wrong. I think if he doesn't do that, it compromises what I've already done. in the rest
Oh,
of
you
the film.
already
What I've
shot.
already shot.
That's super assured already.
So she said, I think you really need to do that. And I went to and talked to him, and I said, John, you know, I was trying to tell you to do this. And John said, what nonsense? I have to do it. Don't worry about it. I have to do it because we've already shot the scene that comes after this. You know, so yeah, so I mean, she deserves to be where she is. She's worked very hard to be where she is. And she's very confident, and I give her full marks
It's
for
a
that.
delight to work with filmmakers who come up with a project or a script which is very well researched.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, and also, you know, when I saw D-Day and I was like, oh my God, he's making Batla House.
Yeah.
I don't think, I think the first director that comes in my mind, if you ask me who can direct Batla House very well, I think that's Nikhil. And nothing like acting opposite, sharing the screen space opposite John.
Yeah, when you see John, you just want to go, okay, so what all can I ask him? Fitness? What does he do? How does he look?
You know, I
He's
kind
like
of
macho
tried
man.
explaining,
Yeah.
impressing him, and I would just walk up to him and I was like, today I did TRX. Oh, nice. Thanks.
She's had a very tough induction into Bollywood. Hrithik Roshan one day,
I
John
know.
Abraham the other day.
Have you ever noticed I've never had lunch with you because I get so panic. I panic because, you know, I can't cheat in front of these guys.
Why not? But can I just know something?
Ask John, when was the last time he had a cheat meal?
Never.
No, I don't.
He doesn't cheat.
That's why I have to be so conscious about...
Yeah, but that's his macho image. Can you, John, would you ever be able to do a role, or would you like it if you had to become like 60 kgs and a really thin guy?
Yeah.
You'd have to, but you know, the whole world...
Like Hrithik in Super 30.
Yeah. But he's not 60 kgs, he's still... But I'm saying if you had to really become like, you know, would you, it would probably be shedding every known image of John Abraham ever in the history of mankind.
Absolutely. I would love to. I would love to because I think you're at that stage.
So a lot of people are gonna, so I asked this question to my friends. They said, "नहीं भाई, धर्म पाजी को पतला नहीं बना सकते, John Abraham को पतला नहीं बना सकते."
No, but I lost weight. After losing weight, I'm 92 kilos.
Which is me at my peak weight right now.
So yeah, I mean, but I think physicality is an important part of your being.
Yeah.
And you can't shun it, you know, and live with it. It's good. It's not bad. But don't become a prisoner of your own image, like I always say. Don't get stuck in that zone that you only want to do action films, that you only want to break doors, or, you know, go beyond it. Think
And the
beyond
amount
it.
of hard work.
I don't think John remembers, but when I narrated the Salamesh role to you, remember you had come on your bike.
Yeah.
That time you still had that
Yeah,
hair
in the Bandra place.
In the Bandra place, and you sat on the lazy boy, and I said, John, this is it, this is the track. He said, done. I said, but I have not finished. He said, done. Don't worry. You are giving me a love story. I want to do a love story.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful track.
And you were doing at that time. You were doing Zinda, I think.
Zinda.
Yeah. So you.
Oh yeah, that was quite intense. Wow.
He's actually done lots of intense roles. We take a little break and come right back. I'm just trying to picture an image of John 70 kgs on a cycle because he can't be driving his bikes anymore. I guarantee nobody in Bandra will recognize him and then they'll just be running after. We come right back, don't go anywhere.